What are people actually able to do? What are their lives really like? Those are the questions that the human development approach focuses on and tries to answer. Hello, I'm Safiyah Simpkins, and this is a review of Martha Nussbaum's Creating Capabilities, the Human Development Approach. Nussbaum is a philosopher and professor at the University of Chicago. She wrote this book as an accessible, basic overview for students and professors new to the approach. It outlines a better way for the nations of the world to track their development and ensure that people are living happy and fulfilling lives. Developed by economist Mahbub al-Haq in the 70s, it's called either the Human Development or Capability Approach. Proponents of this approach began putting out human development reports in 1990, comparing nations' development based on things like literacy rates and access to healthcare. It has grown more popular over the years, with the US beginning to put out its own human development reports in 2008. Creating Capabilities, along with going over the basics of the human development approach, focuses largely on Martha Nussbaum's specific version, which she differentiates by naming it the Capabilities Approach. While the common version is used largely to compare the development of different nations, Nussbaum created hers as a foundation for a theory of justice and a possible political framework. According to the book, capabilities are everything an individual has the freedom to do and to be, a set of opportunities people can choose and act upon, as well as what their political, social, and economic environment will allow. For Nussbaum, it is the government's duty to maximize people's capabilities. She believes that there is this basic threshold of capabilities that must be provided for a nation's people in order for it to be considered minimally just. She highlights 10 specific capabilities as the most important ones, which make up this threshold. She calls them the central capabilities and gives a detailed description of each one. I'll put summaries of them all on the screen now, and you can pause and read them if you'd like. Nussbaum chose these 10 particular capabilities because she sees them as essential to a life worthy of human dignity. They are each something that either promotes a fertile functioning, which is a capability that opens up more options for the individual, or they combat a coercive disadvantage, which is an obstacle that directly stops someone from accessing multiple capabilities. A nation that goes out of its way to promote as many fertile functionings as it can, while minimizing coercive disadvantages, ensures that its citizens have access to a wide range of meaningful life opportunities. The promotion of nations like this is the goal of the capabilities approach. The approaches we have now do not really take into account individual human lives when deciding how nations are developed. The capabilities approach, as a comparative model and as a theory of justice, sees this and works to put a commitment to the equal dignity of all human beings at the core of its mission. In the book, Nussbaum goes really deep into the details of the approach, discussing everything from possible implementation models and how it measures up to other development approaches, to its philosophical influences, and the way it might be used to deal with current global issues. Because of this, I recommend reading the book yourself. I feel it does a wonderful job explaining why we need a new way for governments to deal with the needs of their people. Nussbaum invites the reader to engage in and really think about how human development should be advanced in the future, saying in the conclusion of the book that the capabilities approach is offered as a contribution to national and international debate, not as a dogma that must be swallowed whole. It is laid out to be pondered, digested, and compared with other approaches, and then, if it stands the test of argument, to be adopted and put into place. What this means is that you, the readers of this book, are the authors of the next chapter in this story of human development. It is up to us to decide what it really looks like to live in a developed and just society, and I believe that Nussbaum's capabilities approach is a good first step.